Why did you choose to do research at a big tech company as opposed to, say, in academia?
Yeah, so I actually joined the team straight out of my undergrad. And in this case, I had kind of a software engineer generalist, but with great interest in machine learning profile. And the team was basically looking for more engineering muscle to build into the team. So at that point, there were a lot more research scientists than engineers. And a lot of the engineers were a little bit more focused on infrastructure, obviously critical to AI work actually happening. But I think they were seeking to build a little bit more of a model where there is a daily collaboration between engineers and scientists. And so joined in that role, particularly working in NLP and conversational AI, question answering, this kind of work. And yeah, I think for me, like, I never followed the path to the academic research lab, right? Like
Right,
I
right,
think
right.
the next step would have been to a master's or a PhD.
Right, 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 right.
But instead, like, was really excited about machine learning. Found this team that was somehow willing to take me on to be a part of that and get into it. And I've honestly, I've loved it. It's been an amazing lab. Their ability to still create a ton of autonomy for the researchers, so that they can really like carefully choose the problems that they're working on as like the right problems to push the state of the art in AI forward.
Mhm.
Still being held accountable for doing that, right? But like having the freedom to really like carefully make those choices themselves and not have everything just pushed top down. Um, well, then being able to have strong engineering talent working alongside that has
Yeah.
been exciting. And
Yeah, you get access to enormous human resources as well as compute
of
resources that
course, of
academics probably
course.
wouldn't have access to. Super cool. And then you're directly tied in a way that I wasn't even aware of before we began this conversation today. You are directly tied to real world applications, even in the relatively short term, unlike an academic might be.
Yeah, exactly. There is always the pull to try and find a way to actually apply your research to a real world application within the company if you're working on something that feels appropriate to that. There's definitely, there's some research that is super long term. And to be honest, I actually have not had any impact on a specific product the entire time I've been working there myself. I think my next project maybe, but the yeah, not yet. But plenty of my colleagues have, and I think it is a rewarding opportunity, and it kind of obviously it like way further validates your research if it actually is helpful to a product, and so
Yeah, it sounds like it's just a matter of time, especially with something like the Cicero project.